just love my job. You know, I talk to the coolest people. You know, the most beautiful, inspiring people. That's why I love the job. Thank you guys for sticking and staying with me. Shout out to my boy from Film. You know, he had a great conversation about hip life. You know, the direction of hip life. You know, hip life being 30 years old and the involvement or the fact that we need more of such involvement, you know, in keeping the genre alive as much as possible. So big salute to him and to everyone who's tuning in and supporting their own very well. Like I said, I just posted his EP with his handle on my Instagram. So please go on there, find him, buy the EP, support him as much as you can. Send us messages, MX24TV, the hashtag MXLive. If there's anything you want us to ask, you know, you want to suggest, please keep the messages coming through. But right now, I'm here with Chayuta. Got the name right?
Yes, you did.
I was thinking, like, I'm gonna butcher this name, but anyways, that was an amazing performance.
Thank you.
Does it come naturally to you, the music, the voice, or is it something you've worked on?
I've worked on it a lot. I mean, I've always had the voice, but the funny thing is that I didn't know I had the voice.
So how did you find out?
It was my music teacher in primary school.
Okay.
So I was supposed to actually play the piano for a music exam, and I couldn't do it because, you know, sight reading, all those kind of things on this. I couldn't do it at all. So I started crying, literally crying behind the piano. And he was like, okay, you know what, if you can sing, just sing something. Okay. And I sang like 2 lines of A Christmas Carol. And he was like, yo, wait, hold on. And he actually called my mom and told my mom. He was like, make sure you tell your mom. And I was like, okay, yeah, but I didn't.
You didn't, right?
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, it's just
yeah,
one of those
literally.
things.
But I mean, so since then, my mom was like, you know, from how I am, I'm a creative. She could see from the way I used to, I was so dramatic as a kid, literally. So then she was like, you know, if this is something you want to do or you want to try your hands on, let's see. If you don't want
Bro, your
to
mom's
do it,
cool, man.
So cool.
Some of us would have got some knocks, man. Like, these guys in the background, like... so I'm assuming that support has been there from family, in terms of the music, and that's made everything a bit smoother. Okay, okay. So how young were you at this piano lesson reciting?
So I was in 5th grade, so I was about 11.
11 years?
Yeah, I think I was about 11.
Wow, and how long after that did you begin music professionally?
So I started putting out my songs when I was 14.
Sheesh.
But I released my first Afrobeat track when I was 16.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was produced by Mixmaster Gazi.
Okay.
And written by Jupiter.
Oh.
So at the age of 16, I was working with these big people in the industry.
I mean, how was that experience? Did you, at that moment, was it as big as it seems now, or was it like just, you know, I'm just working with these people, you know, they're cool? I
mean, to me, honestly, it was big. I won't lie, because it meant a lot to me. Because I mean, someone like Mixmaster Gazi, he's one of the top producers.
He is.
And he heard my voice once, and then we were like, we want to work with you. And he was like, okay, let's arrange a studio date. Let's just do it.
For real?
And he actually showed up. You know, a lot of people, they're fond of saying, oh yeah, we'll work, this and that, and then it doesn't happen. But he was rather prompting us like, oh, when can I come? When can we work?
He saw something. He's seen something.
Exactly. And till today, I mean, he's still part of the team.
Oh, that's cool. That's dope. I'm assuming you're Ghanaian.
Yes. I'm half Ghanaian, half South African.
Okay, but you're based here?
Yes.
Okay, that's really, really cool. Okay, so now that happens. Now from then meeting Master Gazi, your first single till now, it seems like your music is really, really shooting up. Like the response has been crazy. What is that thing you would say is contributing to that growing success?
It's definitely hard work, dedication. Yeah, because a lot of people think that, you know, the whole music thing or the whole career thing is just, okay, let's get up and do what we want as we please. But it's not, it's strategy. It's the having the meeting, sitting down, saying, okay, this is the plan for the year, this is what we want to do, and it's the days that you're tired, but you have to, like, you know, I mean, I've had it a lot. It's not easy, but I mean, it's something I love to do, and something that a lot of people around me have supported me. So that's one thing the one reason why I'm not going to give up on it. But definitely, it's the hard work and dedication.
How do you balance school though? Or did she was like, nah, I ain't going to this?
That was really, really difficult.
Okay.
you know, it's all about prioritizing your time very well. So at a certain point, I had a time for studies, and I had a time for music.
Okay.
I decided to complicate the whole situation by doing a fast track course, my A levels. Instead of 2 years, I did it in 8 months.
You're smart, bruh.
So that was
Hectic,
also
right?
yeah. But I mean, lucky for me, because the support I have, my family and everything. So when I knew I was going to do that, we took the year and we said, let's put all the content down. So as I'm studying, we're like, you know,
moving with it,
exactly.
Right? Okay. Last year was very, very big for you too, because the video we just played was last year.
Yes.
You also your latest single, Fiesta, was that late last year?
Yes.
Okay, that was also late last year, and this year you have an EP coming out.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk a bit again about last year. How was that, and what led up to you having such a successful year? You know, with the video, with Fiesta, which we're going to get into. How did that come out? Was it the plan again from the team?
So we had a whole plan. I won't lie about this, because last year we had a whole plan and we ended up doing the complete opposite of the plan actually. But I mean, it all fell into place because sometimes when you have a strategy or you have a plan, you realize that your capability is way more than what you've put aside.
Okay.
And it's all about taking risks. You know, creativity is self-taught, and you have to like take a lot of risks in order to, you know, show that you are capable. So with tonight, you know, it's an Amapiano song, straight Amapiano, produced by a South African.
Okay.
I mean, everything, production South African. So it was like different because everybody who knows Chayuta as a laid-back Afro R&B kind of soulful kind of singer. And I dropped this Amapiano song, and everyone was like, "What is going on?"
Yeah.
And then I used the language
you
and
love
everything.
the whining, though. Don't stop that. Yeah. I watch that video every day, like, all day. But one thing I want to know is do you struggle with the genres you pay attention to or focus on? Because two very musical histories, from being a South African and a Ghanaian. We know what South African music is doing, and we know what Ghanaian music does, right? And now we know what Afrobeats, the direction of that. So now you're in a space where you're blessed, to be touched by all these genres, right? I'm a piano, high life. You listen to this, I'm assuming, Afrobeats.
Yeah.
So when it comes to Chayuta and releasing music, like you said, you released I'm a piano, and everyone's like, we didn't expect that, but it was good. So when you're dropping music now, is that something you really think about, or is it like, I just drop what I want to drop?
Definitely, I look at what I'm capable of doing and what I'm comfortable with doing.
Okay.
But I also sometimes have to step out of the comfort zone a bit because I'm a piano, though I'm South African, I'm half South African and everything. It's a very different, as you said, it's a different genre on its own.
Right?
I mean, from Afrobeats to I'm a piano, it's like a huge gap, you know. But, I always say for me, it's because of the work that I put in behind the scenes. I've been doing vocal training since I was 15.
Okay.
Twice a week consistently. Jeez. So that's one thing, because I go through all the types of genre, from jazz to, I started as a classical music, like a classical artist, from pop to EDM to all those kind of things. So I've kind of found the balance of interpreting music in a different way. So that's why if you give me literally any genre, a producer can say, you know what, this is a kind of Afro soul kind of, thing. Can you do something on it? Yeah, I can. And I had to find that out for myself, because I used to be really shy, really reserved. You can put a beat in front of me, I'll listen to it, and I'll have ideas, but I will not... We can be in the studio for an hour, I will not open my mouth. I'll just be like, nope.
I can imagine.
Sorry, no. Sorry for wasting your time. But after, gradual, training, a gradual process of actually understanding my sound and how to fuse different sounds together, the confidence came and everything. So that's how I'm able to, interpret different genres and all those kind of things.
It's very interesting, you're saying this, because my previous guest before he came from him, he also spoke about, taking, 7 years off, to do that introspection, to look within. And we're in a space, just like I spoke to him right now. This is really funny. He was speaking about the fact that, we're pulled by so many other things, because as musicians, we want to be heard, right?
Yeah.
You want to be famous. Everybody
Exactly.
was, you sit back for 6 months, 8 months, like you've fallen off. Like what's going on, right? And there's
Yeah.
just so much pressure. Now, being a young lady, making the music the way you want to make it, is that something you also think about, the pressures? And again, it goes back to the genres and what song am I going to release next? Because I can do everything.
Yeah.
And that can be seen as a blessing or as a curse, right? Because
That's true,
if I can
yeah.
do everything, what do I actually do?
Exactly.
So is that something you also think about, with the fact that everybody is doing everything and every fan wants everything, right? And someone watching like, I want to hear what she does on Afrobeats and R&B, and all these things. How do you deal with that?
Yeah,
individually?
I mean, this is like a really, really good question because I've had a lot of discussions with my musical director and my vocal coach. It's the same person, but still like different.
Yeah.
I mean, with that, in this industry, in this career that we've chosen, it's very, as you said, it's very difficult. You see one thing that is trending, and you automatically want to jump on it because you're like, okay, I'm going to get views, I'm going to get a lot of listeners following, like everything's going to go up. But I feel like taking your time, finding your sound, it may be a slow process, but at least from there, you'll be able to know what to continue with after. Because if I decide to jump on a trend right now, because like everybody's eyes are on that, what am I going to do after? That's why it comes back to the strategy and everything. So my voice coach, he's always telling me that, yeah, you can do pop, you can do this, you can do that, you can do that. But you have to find and you have to settle on what you want to do and long term as well. I mean, it's not only because, let's say, trap is going, you have to jump
So you
on.
doing a trap song like, yeah, bro, so you do some bars, right?
Literally. But I mean, it's all about, sometimes you just have to, it's the same thing, you just have to prioritize
You have to
certain
listen
things.
to yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, right?
Maybe you have to be in a box for a certain while. Then when you get there and people are familiar with your sound, what you
Then
can do, then you can start adding, the versatility and you can start like fusing. 'Cause I don't want to like push myself to, I can only do Afrobeats, but why not take away to put like Afrobeats with R&B, those kind of things, but make it make sense. Because you can't just do anything because it sounds good, but it may not make sense. At the end of the day, music is still something that like people look at and people want to feel, people want to understand. So don't make it too complicated for the listeners especially.
I like that we're having this conversation because it seems like you really listen to yourself.
Yeah.
And again, in a very competitive business, it's very easy to lose sight. We always say, oh, be yourself, but it seems like that's the most difficult thing to do. You don't even have to be famous. But one thing I've learned in life is the only person you always have to deal with for the rest of your life is yourself. Your wife can leave you. Your parents, can be taken away from you, but you always have to look in the mirror and deal with that person. So again, it's very interesting. And thank you, for being this honest with wanting to find your sound and pay attention to that. So I'm assuming and I'm hoping that's how it's going to be in your very long and successful career. Amen.
Definitely,
And what's the plan for this year? Because it had a very successful 2023.
Yes,
right? What's the plan for this year?
I mean, so I'm releasing an EP, which is very, very exciting. We have a lot of different things there,
Yeah.
I feel like, so with this EP, is going to be called Yours Truly, and it's me really showing, every song there has a story. And that's what I like to put in my songs.
Your stories?
Yeah, so my stories.
So that song you performed was a true story?
Not this one.
Hey, who's that guy?
I beg you.
You're gonna have some. I'll be breaking some hearts today, because I'm sure I'm gonna get loads of messages. What's her Instagram? And who's this guy? Taking it away.
I beg. This one wasn't. This one wasn't. But yeah, the songs on the EP, it's like it's some of them are actually talking about like the path in my music career. 'Cause at a certain point, it gets like, it's like you're stagnant. Like nothing is really going on, but it's all about taking your time. I have a lot I bet if you people
Some love
hear
songs on there.
anything
But I
or
wanna
that,
hear this EP,
nobody
man.
should ask me any
Like,
questions.
as soon as I hear a line, I'm calling a manager. So who is she talking to today? Who's that?
Please, just listen and enjoy. Nobody should ask me any question. Please, thank you in advance. And definitely, I'm going to be on a lot of shows. I'm planning
awesome.
on doing my own show. I had one in December, so now we're trying to make that a yearly
regular thing, right?
Yeah. So I mean, those are because live performance. I mean, it's my thing. I love doing live.
From someone who was shy to now, that's really incredible, right?
Yeah. So I mean, there's definitely a lot. I mean, we don't really know what is coming like from other sides yet in terms of performances, but I'm sure big performances, Chayuta will be there. So that one, I've said it, Chayuta will be there. So
Amen.
yeah,
Amen. I mean, I believe in you. My team believes in you.
Thank you so much.
I pray you do bigger and better things. Can't wait to hear the music. Please come through anytime you want to have a conversation. We're going to sign off with your music, but is there anything you want to say, you know, to your fans, your new fans you're going to get today, to the hearts you're breaking? Is there anything you want to say?
I mean, so to the new fans that I've gotten from this show, welcome to the U-Turn gang. That's what I call my people. Yes.
Okay. Gang.
Yeah, and any upcoming artists, I mean, do you, be you. Be creative. Don't let people suppress your energy. I mean, you can be anything you want as long as you believe it. And I mean, I'm rooting for all the upcoming artists. And yeah, as I said, welcome to the U-Turn gang. Yeah.
Nice. Gang. You need a hand sign. Yeah. You have to like 2 Y's.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
2 Y's.
I'm stealing that from you.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
I'm sure music is on all platforms.
Yes,
you can find it.
yes.
Please find it, buy it, support it, get it as much as you want to. I also post it on my Instagram and my Twitter, so please go and find her and follow her. Check out and support as much as possible. We have to leave you now. I'm going to listen to her music. Have a very wonderful afternoon. Salute.
We know what to do tonight. We can just bring up the